Danfall offers unparalleled, curated, and bespoke tours across Africa for travelers seeking genuine cultural experiences, enriched with magnificent sights, sounds, and flavors found on the continent. Each trip is reliably curated to ensure visitors are gifted with an immersive and authentic adventure. Whether you find yourself strolling along the charming white sand beaches of Sierra Leone, feasting on the mouth-watering delicious foods in Senegal, observing or partaking in various aspects of the Isheshi traditional system Ifa native to Yoruba land, Nigeria, with Danfall, you will rediscover a fulfilling sense of kinship to the true heart of the motherland, her communities. Our core values focus on integrity, quality, safety, and sustainability. We are uniquely committed to assisting with the advancement of African infrastructure and promoting African businesses, so both travelers and the communities they visit receive beneficial exchanges. At Danfall, we understand the importance of connectivity, and we have created a model which provides bespoke experiences based on your passions or hobbies. With us, expect a long-lasting spiritual bond between you and your destinations. Live, love, Danfall, Africa. To learn more, visit danfall.africa.
Peace, family. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. I was just having a moment. That's why I'm laughing right now. No, they're not. The people there are afraid and saving face for their competence and discipline. Oh, okay, Anthony. Call in. Like to hear your opinion. Call in. But everyone, thanks so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. We are live once again on this. What's today? Thursday. No, today's Wednesday. Guys, what's today? Thursday, Wednesday, something like that. But yeah, hit that like button. Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. A couple of announcements. Announcement number one, we're going to Senegal in a couple weeks. We are going to Senegal in a couple weeks. If you're interested in joining us, please visit Danfall.Africa. If you're interested in joining us, please visit Danfall.Africa. We're also going to Nigeria in August for the Oshun Festival. That is August 2nd to the 11th. If you're interested in joining, please visit Danfall.Africa. We're also going to Kenya, Zanzibar in September, and then Ivory Coast and Ghana and Sierra Leone in November. Come kick it with us. Come hang out with us in these countries. We will love to host you. We will have a great time as we travel in these countries. Y'all, I got on my favorite Deion Sanders shirt, Neon Deion, y'all. I'm still on the fence of, am I going to switch to being a Falcons fan or remain a Raiders fan? I don't know, man. I don't know sometimes. I'm just kind of, Raiders had a pretty good draft. They made some moves this offseason. So they're not disappointing me as much because, sometimes, man, the Raiders, some of the decisions they make just are terrible. So, yeah, but here we go, guys. This is the site right here. Go and check it out. Make sure you sign up for the mailing list as well. There we go. Bam. Oh, my web guy updated the site. Well, let's make sure he updated everything. There we go. We got Kenya coming up as well. Yeah, come and join us. Now, Benin, we got all that, y'all. We're gonna have a great time in Africa. Come and join us in Africa for an awesome visit. All right, for an awesome visit. Come and visit us. Join us in Africa for an awesome visit, you guys. We will love to join. Love for you to join us. Without further ado, hit that like button, you guys. Hit that like button. Without further ado, Victor Bout. The guy that they traded, the prisoner swap for Brittany Reiner? Victor Bout. He's speaking. He now has an X page. You know, the weapons dealer. What was the name of the Lords of War? What was the name of the movie that was based on his life? Lords of Guns or Lords of War or something like that. Gun Lords. I forgot the name of the. Yeah, something out. I forgot the name of the actual movie that was based on his life with hold on, I gotta find the name of the movie. Hold on. Movie. Here we go. Movie arms dealer. Lord of War. There we go. I knew it was something like that. Lord of War. Thank you. Lord of War was based on Victor Bout. He's now speaking on geopolitics, and he's speaking specifically on this Mali conflict that's going on right now. Let's check him out.
And basically do the regime. What's happened in Mali, it's very interesting. Let's start a little bit with the root causes, because without them, difficult to understand why and how everything happened. So, beginning of this year, the French decided that they're gonna go in counter-offensive because the African countries kicked them out 3 years ago from the Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Now, think of this. The French also declaring now to be a European superpower with the nuclear armaments. And for them is important not only to keep their nuclear electricity generation going on, but also to build more nuclear weapons as a means to be geopolitical player. But where is their main source of uranium, or from which they are getting their, weapon grade uranium? Apparently, it's in Niger. So how the Niger is connected to the Mali? First of all, it's not verified, the same region, and it's also a very rich country with the mineral resources. So Mali, in the same level, are basically filled up with the, not only gold, at the same level, different other minerals, including uranium. So attempt of the French to create the chaos and basically do the regime change in Mali failed on 25th of the April. There was a very well prepared coup attempt, basically, where between 10 to 12,000, forces, so-called rebel, between them, half of them, or even more, it's basically Al Qaeda integrated with the ISIS, and then Jimim, so-called affiliated group, and of course the Tuareg fraction, which was basically people who trying to establish their Azawite state. So think of this: 10 to 12 people decided simultaneously attack not only capital but different other places. So they expecting that this would be a fatal blow to regime, and regime will collapse.
All right, he has some more videos too. He's pretty I like his commentary. He has some more videos as well. Hold on, let's
What's happened in Mali?
Here we go.
Agreement signed between the Mali and Russian Federation. There is African. By the way, in Mali, accordingly, agreement signed between the Mali and Russian Federation. There is African Corps who legally present there, who helping to train the local army, also helping them to establish security in Bamako. And when you remember, was a problem with the fuel supplies, so African Corps organized the escorting the trucks with the fuel, preventing anybody attacking them. So this time, what as an end result, this attempt failed on big scale. African Corps basically protected all its position, but most important that the local Malian forces, despite they lost their defense minister in an attack, was able, first of all, to show resilience. They successfully, beat up all these rebels trying to occupy their position. Over several thousands of them been destroyed. Over 100 trucks also was destroyed. But main issue was that the French apparently hired Ukrainian mercenaries
Right.
and sent their own to do this and coordinate. So attacks of the so-called rebel and ISIS and Al Qaeda was actually sponsored by the French, and the Ukrainian instructors was driving those drones. So the African Corps, together with the Malian army, which was trained by Russian African Corps and advisors, was able to prevent this coup d'etat by the French military. The entire operation was very, very elaborate. Do not exclude that. Now, listen to this. They not only tried to capture and attack international airport of Bamako, presidential palace, Ministry of Defense, which was successfully repelled. But they also went and tried also to stage in different other cities. So the rebels or these militants who tried to this coup lost
Ukraine
over,
is in a proxy war with Russia in Africa
people,
as well. So there's
and as estimation goes, 200 in Bamako, 500 in Gao, 300 in Kati, 200 in Kidal, and more other equipment. Yes, Russian forces withdrew from Kidal just to prevent to be blocked, but overall this is success, and it's only beginning for the complete stabilization of Mali, because after this, Russian African Corps continue to aerial campaign and destroying all these groups who are trying to reinforce or coordinate, and definitely known all their supply rules and all they are sponsors of this conflict.
All right, let's get some more Victor Bout. He's on point. Let's go here. Well, I don't know if he's on point, but Guys, I'll put the link in the chat room here shortly. If you guys want to call in and add to the conversation, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation as well. I'll put the link in the chat here shortly. Yeah, but he has his own X page and everything. Oh, guys, here we go.
It's without them difficult to understand why and how everything happened. So, beginning of this year, the French decided what's happened in Mali. It's very interesting. Let's start.
All right, guys, I'll put the link in the chat room. We're going to call in. Listen, if you got a question, just click the link and call in. You got a question, just click the link and call in. Guys, link is in the chat room. If you want to call in and add to the conversation, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the convo. Love to hear from you all. Yeah, but this is a proxy war. I gotta learn French because a lot of this commentaries in is in French. I'm sorry.
Les pays voisins. Et si on s'engage
Yeah, I gotta learn French. Guys, links to the chat room if you want to call in. Call in. I hope Mali stabilizes because I want to go next year. Is Sigi? If you don't know what Sigi is, it's a festival that happens every 60 years in Dogon country. But that area, in fact, Silvare, one of the cities that was targeted by the jihadists, the area is just not safe yet. But I really want to go. But it's just safety is a problem. Do you guys think Mali's gonna split in two? Oh, here we go, man. Mansec, you gotta connect your device. Just auto dub the videos. Okay. Y'all gotta help me with that. Y'all gotta help me with there we go. All right, go ahead, Mansec.
Give me one. Okay, you can hear me now?
I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so I was saying, you saying that if Mali's going to split in two?
Yes.
Nah, it's not going to happen. With the AES force and the African Corps, it's not going to happen. And then from yesterday, we was talking. I met the. You said what was the word for it? I met this. It's supposed to be tactical withdrawal. Withdrawal. So what happens is like they have two terminologies. I think it's called root. It's pretty much when you disorganize and you just run away and leave all your stuff. And tactical withdrawal is when you organize and you get everyone together and you guys roll like around the same time. So I meant that's what I was trying to say to you yesterday. That's why I couldn't think of the word yesterday.
Okay.
Just to let you know. But to answer your question about France, man, but yeah, man, France has been doing this for a long time. They've been anytime you don't get in line with them, man, they either do coups, man, or just run their proxies, man. Because Dinus, think about it. A massive terrorist like this.
Hey, you went out. You went out. Like your volume went down.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I was saying that what was if you could think about all the attacks that happened in Africa, right? When have you ever seen it at this scale?
Well, it depends. I need more context. When you say at this scale,
No, I'm saying
like
at this scale as far as far as the people, because it's alleged there's about 12,000 fighters that really
okay, got
just
you.
went and ran through. It has never happened at this scale.
Well, I mean, they claim Kagame does it in the Congo, allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, not I don't think 12,000, maybe like a couple hundred, but not 12,000. And for them to eat, because remember, like this happened also in Syria, and you saw what happened in Syria. It collapsed.
Right.
They went to Mali, it didn't even collapse at all. So that's why like a lot of places is like they're shocked about this. They're just like, yo, this is crazy. Like this has never happened. And it's to the point too, even I don't know if you saw the video in France that they even got Malians that's protesting about the death of Sadio Kamal. Because what they did, Dinus, they galvanized the people, the locals. I don't know if you saw the video, but yo, the locals is chasing the terrorists down the street.
Yes, I seen the video. I seen the video.
Yeah, man, they freaking like lynching them in the street, man. But yeah, man, France is involved, man. But they want to get those cheap resources, man. It's all about the resources. You know what they say? It's all about the money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
it's all about
CD.
money.
Hey, Donis. This is
Hey.
everybody here, Masaki. Uh, Iris, how you doing? So, I think this is a very tough situation for Mali. The guy that you are just showing on the video, this is the guy, same guy that was selling weapons to Charles Taylor. Um, when he arrested,
Victor Bout.
oh yeah, he's the same guy that was selling arms to Charles Taylor. He been an arms dealer for a long time. There's certain thing that he was saying definitely is true. But at the same time, kicking France out. France was all along after the resources, right? There's a lot of resources in that area. Um, and it's going to be tough because the one of the biggest mistake was made by one of the Malian president, the guy, the so-called Alpha Umar Kunare. He was one time a president. So he made uh, uh, this one of these tourist guy ambassador in Saudi Arabia, they call Gali. He's the head of Al Qaeda. So he was ambassador representing Mali over there. So that's how he was able to get his contact, and when he came back, he's one of the faction. And there's the another other two group. One is headed by this guy called Amadou Kufa. So he is also there, another young guy who was burning all the tanker trucks from Senegal. He burned over 500 tanker trucks. So this is a very, very, very tough war for Mali right now. Uh, I think France is definitely supporting them. It's giving them all the resources. But the only way I think these guys can get out of this, the best way is to negotiate, right? They let it have some sort of peace talk with these terrorists. It's no way Mali can defeat these people. Because the war right now is getting out of control, right?
That's a lot
So
of city.
So the best thing they can do, because America being the biggest superpower, they negotiate with terrorists. They negotiate with Syria. The guy who is the president right now, well, he was a head of ISIS, right? And the same thing they did in Afghanistan when they got rid of the Taliban and they put those guys in leadership. It was a corrupt government. They were still corrupt. They were still selling drugs. So America realized who's spending millions and millions of dollars, and we bring this guy into power, they still corrupt, they still selling drugs. We cannot continue spending like this. Let's just bring Taliban back and negotiate with them. I think, in fact, Trump was the one that did that. So the best way out of this whole crisis is negotiation. There is no way that it can this because right now people are fighting for different reasons, and
You
these
know
people
that
most of the time they're not fighting to gain ground. They come, they hit, they run. The people cow, sheep, and goat. They go and kill it. So they're
city. Are you
profiting from it,
city?
right?
Have you been watching the news? They're
Master
losing
Jeff, forget
mad
about all
people.
these, forget about all this propaganda that
No,
Malian
it's not
soldiers are putting
propaganda,
up.
dude. I could put a video in the back there. They freaking literally taking
Eh,
them
eh,
out in numbers.
let me tell you this, right? Mali is in a position right now that they don't. First of all, they don't even trust each other.
That's not
There
true.
was
They're
a five
unified.
guy. Let me tell you
They
this. There was a
they
five guy that did a coup d'etat, right? Oh, the guy that is in leadership right now, Assassin Kota, Siru Kamara, Murubo Kunde, Maliki Jao, and Ismail Wak. It was five of them, right? The guy that was heading intelligence, he got hurt. People thought that he somehow was responsible for the killing of the defense minister, but because he got hurt, that's why his group never went. I mean, his Siru Kamara group never went against them, right? So what happened now is all these five guys that overthrew that part of the coup, they have their own family member running their convoy around and they're not fighting the war. right? They most of the time based in the city. They're moving the convoy because they have recruited their family member in the military. Mali have the history of betrayal. When the coup d'etat, when they have the coup d'etat, they will always betray each other. That been going on for a long
City,
time.
city.
Let
Do
me
you
finish.
no?
The
But
reason why
city, no.
Seneca
Hold on,
begin.
city.
Let
Do
me
you
finish.
not? I
You
understand.
don't
I'm gonna
have
let you
to.
finish.
When I
I'm gonna let
finish,
you.
then you can give me question.
I'm
Let
gonna
me.
let you. Hold on. I'm gonna let you finish. But you are aware that the whole Malians right now, they're unified right now. You are aware of that, right?
All right. Let me
No
tell
one's
you.
scared.
So right now, the thing is, the guys, one of the guys they have in prison right now, they go Abbas Dambele. He was a real fighter, right?
He was a
They
French
accuse him.
asset.
Yeah, they accuse him of.
Respectfully, CD, you said the same thing yesterday.
He
That's
said he
kind of
did.
moving along,
He's a
please.
French asset. He was known
And
to.
you're right.
Listen.
I agree with you, CD. I'm not saying that to dismiss it. You're right,
Right.
but
So
don't repeat yourself again.
Abbas Dambele is in prison right now. They arrested 8 of them. And then the only army general, lady army general, she was arrested too. She's in prison, right? And the guy that they accused of coup d'etat, 2 of his sons fighting in the Malian army. Abbas Dambele, his 2 kids fighting in the Malian army right now. One is 19 and one is 20. They all fighting the war. I mean, Average, you have experience with African coup d'etat. You think if this guy was a legitimate coup, they will eliminate all his children? You don't think so? So his kids are now
No,
fighting
I
on the
agree with.
war front. So
Yeah, I agree with you,
this guy was
CD.
very popular. People love him. Very eloquent, educated. Even the place that he was a governor of a town, when he was leaving, people were crying. People even definitely were against the idea of arresting people. People knew it was a fake coup because they felt that this guy was a threat to their leadership. That's why they organized some fake coup that he was part of the coup, which of 100% was a fake coup. It's not true at all. This thing we experience in Africa all the time, right? Besides that,
Can we
there's some
pass
sort
the
of
mic,
animosity
guys?
in the military. The Ibega defense minister was in prison when he overthrew. Sidhu Kamara put this guy in prison, and his mom, his family all pleaded that he should free this guy. He has a medical problem. He needs to go to France for treatment. They refused to refuse this guy. The guy left in prison, he died, right? And he had big part of Malian military that also supporting him. As long as this war is prolonging, it's going to bring big split into the army.
City.
The-
The people are unified. Do you understand the unification? The
Guys,
people.
can we pass the mic, please, man? Come on now.
Even.
so
I
so
got you.
so
Yeah,
Even
guys, I got it. We got to pass the mic.
so
Go
the
ahead, Elvis.
other guy I was telling you about,
CD. Let me pass the mic. Go ahead, Elvis. 'Cause I got other people. Waiting. We'll come back. Go ahead, Elvis.
All right, thank you, Dinus. Look, I just wanted to say hello to you in the panel, in the chat. I wanted to say that Mansick, did something yesterday that I thought was deplorable. And Dinus, you yourself, you should have pushed back more. I know you don't like to
what
be
I
too
do, Elvis.
involved, but hold on, let me finish. What he was saying was that, the Russians wasn't retreating because they didn't leave
Yeah.
their weapons
I'm
and all
if you
those
paid
things
if you
behind, which was a complete BS.
if
Hold
you
on, let me
paid
finish.
attention,
Donnie,
No,
you got to
but
mute him. Let me finish my
Elvis,
point.
Elvis.
I called him out on that. He's saying it's tactical.
Yeah,
He
but
No,
you
retreat.
kind
no,
of gave up
no,
at the end. He kept
no.
pushing
I did
back.
not give up on
But
him,
Elvis, after a while,
You,
man, it was like, come
Elvis.
on, bro.
Elvis.
yeah,
Like
they
I said, I
definitely
didn't have
retreated. And what's
Elvis.
even more appalling, hold on, he was saying that he was trying to defend the Russians. Look, if those guys are paid to fight for you on your behalf and possibly die, and they make a deal with your enemy, and your enemy give them safe passage, to Libya so they can leave the war zone, they definitely betray you, and they broke the contract that you signed with them.
Elvis. Do
That's
you
why
know
the
what a
Malian president Goita was angry, and he was having meetings with the Russians, ambassadors and other emissaries from the Russian government. So to say that the Russians wasn't coward and they didn't flee, they fled. They fled,
no?
and the only thing that blessed them, those
Did
guys
you?
gave them safe passage for whatever reason. Perhaps they even assisted in killing Kamara because the fact that you're fighting your
Did
enemy, that's
you
what
hear what
Donis was
I
asking the
said?
right question.
Did you hear what
Why
I
are they
said?
letting them flee? And you said
Did
something
you
like
did you
those
hear
were
what I said
injured
in the
people. They
beginning?
weren't injured.
Elvis, did you hear
Hold
what I
on,
said in
bro.
the
Let me
beginning?
speak, man. I didn't hear what you said, but let me finish my thought. They weren't injured. They were conniving with the rebels. They probably gave them intelligence on where that guy was staying, and that's why they were given safe passage. The Russians are they're treacherous people. You can't trust them. They will milk you for everything you got, and once you ain't got nothing to give, they will get out of there. Like what they did with Assad or what they did with the Mozambique president, Samara Michel. They will leave your ass hanging. The one thing I'm disappointed in is that this AES military collaboration was nowhere to be found. I don't know why people come here and I like my brother St. James, but they beat their chest about the AES coming together and having this strong military.
So who
Where
do you
were
think was
they?
doing the bombing? Who do you
Hold
think was
on,
doing the
bro.
bombing?
Look, stop interrupting, brother. Where were they then? Because I think together they're stronger. But if it's like everybody's on their own, and if you need me, call me. I'll run across the border and come help you. Then you're probably too late. So why aren't they doing, join recognizant and join military efforts in each other's country if they're so united and they came together in a collaboration or a coalition? I don't understand it. And what CD
Well,
is saying is right, bro. This war is difficult. It's difficult. Look, if
do you
France
want me
wants
to
to fuck
do you
with
want me
you,
to respond to your question or not?
hold on. I'm not talking to you. Just relax, bro. If France wants to fuck with you and you think you're so powerful you can tell yourself to the Russians, yeah, France may put their thumb on the scale. It's possible. Certainly it is. But if you thought you can do with the Russians, why are the Russians fleeing? If they're so powerful and they're going to give you weapons and intelligence that's better than France and they're going to be more loyal to you than the French were, why were they fleeing? As we saw in broad daylight. My point here is Africans, West African, forget this whole nonsense with the coup. I don't like coups, but I think West Africa as a whole, we have to come together. We have to see this as a regional threat. We have to say, forget all the political nonsense. We're going to put forces together and we're going to fight. We can't let Mali fall. Besides the fact that they are one of our brothers, nation, they are historical in our region. There are great people that came from a great empire and civilization. We can't let them fall to damn terrorists and Arabs as West African Negro men, we have to come together and put forces together and fight these people and push them back. Or else our entire region is going to be destabilized. I don't want to hear no Muslim
Adonis,
coming
can I
here and trying to
respond to him
defend
when he's done?
terrorists or people who are deluded about this AES nonsense. Reality is you need more people in your coalition. You need the rest of West Africa to come together and fight on your behalf. But thank you,
So let
Donis.
me
I'll pass the
so
mic.
can I respond to him before you go to the
You,
next
you got
person?
30. You got 30 seconds. I got to pass it to
Okay.
Sekou.
So you're saying where were the AES forces were? They were in Kadi, they was in Bamako, they were fighting the terrorists, Elvis. They were there. They was giving air support to the Malians. That's
But
the answer to
but
that
Pastor
that
Chair,
question.
if
No,
that's the
city,
truth,
hold on, city, hold on,
no, I just want to
No, no,
dispute
no,
that
no, no, no,
Mali
no, no.
said.
Nah,
I got
man.
30 seconds.
Hey, don't interrupt it. I got to pass the mic, man. So you got 30
Seconds.
seconds.
They were there, and they're currently there right now. The AS force is there. That's why it's called a regional force. And to answer another question about what happened yesterday, I didn't have the terminology, and I clearly told that to Dynasty at the beginning of the show. You paid attention. I said that there was a tactical withdrawal, and I said that there's two differences. You have what is called a route, which is pretty much you're disorganized. You leave all your equipment, you leave, and you have what is called a tactical withdrawal. So what happened is that you get all your troops, you get all your equipment, and you leave safely. That's what happened because they lost massive numbers with amongst the terrorists, so they had to have what is called a ceasefire. So that's what I said. I meant to say tactical withdrawal yesterday, but pass it to the next person.
All right, go ahead, Sekou. Sekou, unmute yourself.
Yeah, I won't be very long. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah, first of all, I think everybody's making some good point here. The first thing I would like to say is to agree with one of the last speakers that this threat is a regional threat and a threat to Black people. And I think for some reason, Black African leaders are betraying the Black race again, like we did 500 years ago and betrayed ourselves. It's like the race consciousness is not happening for Black people yet after 500 years. It seems like our leaders are not realizing that this war is very old. Go to Askia Muhammad the Great, go back to the empires, you will find out that the Tuareg has always wanted to eliminate the Black race For Mauritania, they succeeded in doing it. Mauritania used to be the old Ghana Empire. Now black people were erased from there, and it became the Mauritanian ruling there as the light-skinned Tuareg, and they enslaved the black people there. And right now they have the same agenda to take Mali, part of Mali. And this war, you can read it in Sheikh Anta Diop book, is being war long time. They've been trying to take those areas. So I'm saying, what is wrong with our leaders that they are putting sanction on Mali for democracy, so-called, because they can't organize election? Zelensky didn't organize election because he has war with Russia. European Union they didn't abandon him for that. So there's an existential threat to our region, and our leaders are sitting down, going to Paris and eating and getting fat. Something is wrong with black people. Are you guys not really seeing this? And for black Muslims, I'm a Madingo, I'm born in a Muslim family, but I can tell you the black Muslims are becoming traitors again. And when we tell them that, they get angry. The Arabs always using this religion against them, and they never see it. In Sudan, it's happening, and now it's happening here. We need to wake up. They need to wake up. All the imams in Mali are betraying the state in the name of Islam, because for them, they think those guys are fighting for Islam, while those guys are fighting a racial war. And black people never know how to make a distinction. If a white man comes with Christianity right now or Islam, he can get as many black people to kill another black people. Because for you have spiritual brotherhood, of universal spiritual brotherhood. Why these people are fighting racial war and you don't still get it? So I want to say that very clearly for people to understand, it's a race war. Then when it comes to the issue of Mali, let us be very clear. Mali is fragile right now. And anybody tell you that Mali things are under control, they're lying to you. This is not under control. It is terrible, it's bad. If we don't do something, Mali is going to fall. Let people stop deceiving themselves. The AES is under threat. France is sponsoring these people. The entire European Union is sponsoring them. They are trying to take the Sahel area. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. I'm surprised why black people are not protesting in West Africa. Why West Africans, we are not protesting to tell our government, get down to Mali, forget the sanction. It must never fall to terrorists. I think this is the way our civil organization, our writings on Facebook should be. West Africa must rise. Mali must never fall. It's a race war disguised under religion and separatism. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, go ahead, M. Unmute yourself, yo.
Thank you, sir. The last speaker has made a lot of points I wanted to make, and I wanted to say about when they was talking about Russia retreating. What I understand about Mali and the terrorists are they're both Muslims, and in Islam, if you read the Quran, like when an enemy flee, you're supposed to let them flee. You're not supposed to chase them down. The biggest objective is to cause them to flee. Say drive out the oppressor until they're gone. What I want to say was, of course, France is behind this. Of course, the European powers, the Arabs who are like satellites of the French or the Europeans. A lot of the Africans are also satellites for the Europeans, the people in Ghana and Nigeria. They still have connections to England. Some countries still have connections to, like, I think Senegal connected to France. They're like parent countries due to colonialism. And I think there's interest because a lot of these African countries still use European money. They probably fear sanctions. Then there's so many different religious sects and religious organizations and tribes, like hundreds of tribes or how many tribes they have. So people are like separatists. Like when I was researching AES, they say one of the reasons they became separate from the ECOWAS, I think, because and the AU is because they allowed Gaddafi to be taken out and they didn't do anything. And then they had a slave trade in Libya selling Africans, and the African countries didn't do anything. Mauritania still has slavery going on. The black Arabs, I can say the Arabs are enslaving the black Africans, or the Arab Muslims have the black Africans enslaved. Like right now, in the Trump first administration, he sanctioned Mauritania for that reason. But that should be something that the other African countries should do. Instead of them looking at like with narrow vision, they should look at the big picture and realize that it's not really about your tribe. It's not really about any of that. It's about race. It's about tribalism. I guess to say tribalism or self-preservation. And the Europeans looking at the long game, like when they did in America, they came in smiling, shaking hands. Eventually they own everything and they passing it down for their kids so they can enjoy, like in South Africa. So they could use divisions amongst the people so you don't help each other like they did with the Aztecs. But it's in your interest, like the other person say, I think Elvis said this first, that they should come together as a whole, and the whole western part of Africa should come together and fight off the oppressor, the Arabs or the terrorists, whatever organization method that France and other European powers, probably even Russia, they probably in, like the overplay for the underlay, they probably in too, because they probably want them resources. Because Europe is a desolate wasteland. They really don't have many resources other than what's in Ukraine and the Black Sea. They don't really got food. They don't have like uranium and gold. Africa has all of that. So why allow you to have it, getting hundreds of thousands of ounces of gold a year when they can get that? Get you out the way. It's like in war, there's no rules. France has veto power. United States has veto power. Whatever they do, who's going to police them? Of course, they could have a private police force to come in and wipe out your whole government and just take over and then sign a piece of paper. They have the UN, just a veto or whatever. There's no world court that can stop France, Russia, China, and the United States and Britain from doing whatever they want to do. The only people that can stop that is the people on the ground. At this point, I don't think they have the infrastructure to start
30 seconds.
Okay, I don't think they have the infrastructure they should invest a lot of their money in like surveillance of their region, satellites, have intelligence agencies to gather to figure out exactly what's going on, have a map so you can know exactly who the enemy is and where they are. And they probably should go on offense and just take them out. But that's about it.
Oh, go ahead, say James.
Hi, Dennis. Thanks for having me once again. And I'm going to respond to a certain point that was made here, and I will come back for a broader conversation. So I'm hearing about Mali should make a deal. So, Dennis, we're going to have two kinds of Africans that will come here and discuss those issues. So their people never fought anything, to be honest with you. You know, when the war broke out, America gave them all path to greener pasture, so they run away. So they never fought anything. They never fought for the land, and they will never fight for nobody. So we are a different kind of breed in the Sahel. So did you watch Assimi Goïta last night when he addressed his nation?
I watched some of it today, but I don't speak the language. So
okay, when you get to
what
translate that,
what did he say?
He said Mali will not back down. The AES forces is in the country. That's the president of the country. So when you listen to this African telling you AES force is not in the country, watch the video. He spoke to his people. We are there. That's the first lie I want to debunk. Second lie, the only deal AES is going to sign with these people, we're going to sign it so they can go back to wherever the fuck they come from. That's what we're doing. If it's going to take the entire Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso's people to fight these people without everybody else in West Africa, so be it. We're already fighting in the Sahel. So I'm sorry to say this. I did not want to say this. But if you're sitting there and watch a Russian guy bleed in the Sahel and your people are sitting there watching, what the fuck you want from us? Why you even talk about Russia? They're bleeding in the Sahel. Your people ain't even fighting, and you're talking about them. That you're our brothers. Come on, man. Let's stop this joke, man. You're talking about coming together. When do we start? We're not responsible for the region. We're not responsible for securing the region. You're part of that. So we are doing what we're supposed to do. Where your people's at? You hear criticizing, you hear talking about Africa should come together, but your people never show. So stop it. Russia is doing the best it can again. Russia never fled Mali. That's another lie. So I understand the past as it relates to the Russia in your country. I understand. You don't like them, that's fine. But they're here doing the job. So if you worry about the security of your people, where your president is missing right now. Where is ECOWAS? They're missing right now. Why? Because the people that control them told them not to speak on it. That's what it is. Let's be honest on that. Any motherfucker that's gonna speak on the Sahel is gonna be next. So you don't want to address it. But we get it. That's fine. That's fine. Your little critics here and there is not gonna work on us, man. You don't want to fight, you don't want to help, that's fine. We fighting. You don't like that? Go to bed and let us do it. We're gonna fight. These people are not gonna take an inch in the Sahel. Nothing. If you want a deal, we will send them back. We will send them to your country. It's either they go back to wherever the fuck they come from, or we're gonna sign a deal and send them your way. So that's about it, Dennis. Thank you.
All right, guys, hit the like button again. Please hit that like button. Let me.
Dennis, can I
I'm reading the money. I'm reading the money. Gustavo, thank you for the $5 holla. Shout out to Dynasty Amir. Search for Hoover and Danfall. Hope all my bros and sisters are having a good week and month. Bless up, Malian, stand up. All right, go ahead, K2. K2, unmute yourself, K2. K2, unmute yourself. Oh, he dropped off.
I think they dropped. Can I say
Yeah,
something?
Dennis, so
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. I'm busy.
Okay.
Dennis, so the whole thing is we have to realize all of us here, nobody's here is supporting these terrorists. We all fighting for the same goal. But at the same time, we not going to be blindfolded and not to discuss the main issues on the ground, right? This is not Mali first time fighting these people, right? Their first military leader, what he used to do, Musa Traore, he used to negotiate with the Tuareg, right? He negotiated with them, and they will have peace talk. Mali started this war long time ago, right? War is very, very expensive. You cannot continue to fight a war and say you want to have any kind of infrastructure development. It's expensive. You have to pay the military. You have to pay for weapons. So everybody there now, they are in there for gain. We are not even sure what Russia is really there for.
City.
If Dilo is there telling you right now that I want Mali war to stop, he will be lying to you. He wants you to continue buying weapons from him. The same game Mali is playing, as what Harvey said, it could be Russia is playing the same game, right? The best solution to this is to negotiate and talk to people and have a peace talk. America have the biggest military might in the world. They negotiate with terrorists.
Oh,
They
K2's
have
back
peace
on. Let him
talk.
finish.
They resolve a lot of issues with peace talk. But to say in the desert that Malian army were able to fight these people and get rid of them, I doubt it. I doubt it.
Yes,
They are not on the offenses at all. Right now, they are more of defensive position. They relax in the city. These guys come, they attack, they move. Right.
They don't even
This
know
is a
the
very,
layout
very
of the
difficult
city.
war to fight. Nobody is here. We all have history with Mali. Every West African, including myself, nobody want Mali to fall. Even right now, in the neighboring country like Ivory Coast right now, this is the time for the Islamic sacrifice. People cannot find goat. People cannot find sheep. People cannot find cow in Africa right now. There's a shortage of that. Because why?
Okay,
Mali was supplying them all of these.
Actually, K2 is back. Go ahead, K2. Unmute yourself.
So,
and then I'm gonna
hold on.
City
Go
after.
ahead, K2. Go ahead, K2.
Oh, is this Sekou or K2?
Yeah, K2.
No, K2.
Yeah. So real quick, can y'all hear me? And I want to make sure I can hear y'all because the minute you started reading the money, you went blank. So I don't know what's going on with my Obama phone, but
Obama phone.
Yeah, but So I'm glad, because I honestly wanted to respond to CD coming in after St. James. I agree. Like, the talk of negotiations makes no sense. Like, why would you negotiate with, the T people, the separatists? You might as well sit on your hands and just say, take it all. That's not what they're trying to do. There's no, I heard reports that they already went in the day after and, peeled caps of thousands of terrorists afterward. They weren't arresting or taking in prisoners of war. They were just peeling caps. I think they need to do that on steroids, up that by 10, and keep doing it. Yes, it's going to be a difficult war, but that's why they're doing what they're going to do. Because if you negotiate with them, it ain't going to go nowhere. You're just going to have more problems, and it's going to spread through the region. So that's all I got to say, and just make sure everybody's still there. Yep.
But this is not only one group. They have three different groups. We're putting all this blame on the Tuareg.
Why do
There's
you
a
think
two
they have the
separate group.
AES force forward, City? And then
Okay,
you're saying,
well,
but
this is
then you're
my
saying,
opinion. If
and
anybody
then
against my
and
opinion, you
look,
give your own
let me
opinion. This is
let me
my
respond.
opinion.
Let me respond to you, right? Because you're saying that war costs money. Yes. Why do you think they had the AES investment bank for? How you think they went from their troops from 5,000 to 6,000 to 15,000? Is because they had the AES investment bank. You have to self-fund your military. If not, it's going to crumble. And then you're talking about these different groups. Most of these people that's coming inside Mali, they don't even know the layout. They get lost. There's literally videos of freaking of these terrorist groups. They don't even speak Malikan. They get lost, and the locals is taking them out right there on the spot, and they're interrogating them. And then on top of that, if they're in one area, guess what? They're gonna need supplies. They're gonna need food. They're gonna need fuel and ammunition, and they can't get that because guess what? Niger is on the other side. Burkina's on the other side with drones and other air support, and also African Corps. So by the time those supply trucks try to get inside, they get blown up, and that's why they run away, get scared. And then on top of that, right now FLA and J, huh? What happened? I think there's an echo.
Yeah, that's an echo.
FL,
Somebody got away.
yeah, they got mute. But right now, FLA and JNIM, they're fighting right now. They're arguing because what happened with Sadio Kamara when they blow that residence up, when they killed him. Not only that, they killed his family and also killed the mosque. And anybody that can tell you, but if you know about Monday people who are Muslim, the mosque is very sacred to them. So right now they're going against JNIM because FLA is telling JNIM, hey, we just want to be an independent state. We're not trying to cause these issues. And JNIM is telling FLA, you're not extreme enough. They have nowhere to go. They literally hiding. I can literally post a video right now from all RTM right now. They literally the terrorists are freaking running around scared because they're getting bombed. And then they have the AS force. They're looking for them. They're not going to win. And like St. James said, if you watch that address with Simi Goita, he said that we're not going to win. We're going all out. And right now they're unified on that.
I listen to Nkuta. Look at his body language. Do you think the person that spoke? Listen to what he said. We all listen to what he said. Someone who is winning cannot speak like that.
What you mean someone's not winning can't speak like that?
Oh my God! Look at his body language. Look the way he speaks.
So what?
The morale is down.
We don't care what you think. Like I said, he might not be an IB, but right now he's galvanizing the people. Right now, they going after the terrorists right now as we speak.
Master, can I speak? Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think, CD, I hope this is your opinion, and I don't want to judge motive or what have you because I know what's going on. But let's be honest. Do you know any country in the world where Islamic terrorists attacked and they negotiated with them and those terrorists decided not to be terrorists anymore?
Yeah, we have seen the former president of Mali, the late president of Mali needs to negotiate with them. Yeah, Mali.
So why are they fighting Mali now?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you have a proper people in place, negotiating with them and talk to them, have a peace talk, that's how you resolve it.
So the Mali president is not immortal. He doesn't live forever. I'm asking you whether there's any country in the world that has been attacked by terrorists. Then they negotiate. The terrorists wanted to settle down or to make their own separate country or establish Sharia. I think you don't understand the Islamic ideology.
No, you getting it wrong. This is three different groups that have different ideology. Not all of them fighting for the same goals. That's what you have to understand.
Let me finish. So first of all, if anybody right now will talk of negotiation, that person has to be either an agent or for European propaganda. But
Thank you.
no, that's the only explanation. There is nowhere that you have to negotiate with a terrorist that have an ideology.
America negotiated with terrorists.
Terrorists attack American soil.
They did in Afghanistan. Why you think the Taliban is in power right now?
Can I finish?
Why you think Taliban is still in power?
So
why you think in Syria, the guy that was heading ISIS, why you think he's heading ISIS right now? Do you know the reason why America withdraw from Afghanistan?
Let's take you finish.
Let me finish. I think.
But you give me a question, I'm answering you.
Let me finish, man. Let me finish, CD. So first of all, you're not making any sense, because if Taliban negotiation work, Taliban, they will not come back and still establish Sharia. What I'm telling you here is that
you can't guarantee that.
Let me finish. There is no such thing as negotiating with terrorists.
America negotiated with Taliban in Afghanistan.
Can this guy be? Can he have some decorum? Let me finish.
But you just telling. I'm just giving you example.
Hey, stop interrupting him, please.
Yeah, everything he's saying does not make any sense, because if you negotiated with the people and then after they still continue their agenda and they still do what they got to do. If you negotiate with them, they're going to establish and gain power. If they take Mali, let me tell you, Liberia will fall in the future, Guinea will fall, Ivory Coast will fall. It does not end. It's a cancer. You kill it or it kills you. This is the way this ideology works. The separatists are fighting a race war. They are Tuareg. They said the southern black cannot rule them. It goes back to the 16th, 17th century. It goes back to the Mali Empire. They've been doing that with our empire leaders. They don't want any southern black people to rule them. So that's a race war. You can never stop that as well unless you defeat them. So all I'm trying to tell you here, there is nothing like negotiation. I'm asking for the only way to defeat these people is for Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger to form a real federation and stop the pretending confederation they are doing. This was what I was expecting. I was expecting these people to come together and say, look, since our future is under threat, our existence is under threat, let's form one country, a federation. Then the people come together and form a large army with their resources. There is no enemy they cannot defeat. It will be a brand new country with a lot of resources and power. They will be able to push this guy out. But each of them on their own will never be able to defeat this guy. And I think they are pretending about their confederation. They are not serious. If they are serious, they have to defeat this guy. There is no negotiation. And let me tell any black person listening, if Mali fall, all West African country will fall. If Mali,
we all know that very well. That's what I said. Nobody on this panel right now supporting the terrorists. None of us. But the fact that we have to discuss it, we have to see what would be the best solution.
Okay,
if we come here, nobody supporting them.
Man, CD, you contradicted yourself, right? You contradicted yourself. You contradicted yourself. You contradicted yourself, right?
Musa Traore negotiated with these people. He used to have peace talk with them and calm this Tuareg down. Go back to
when we on here, right? And people are talking, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna be a contrarian just to be a contrarian. You contradict yourself. You say there were leaders in Mali that negotiated. Look at what we have now. So somebody wasn't negotiating in good faith, right? So can we agree to that, CD? So if we said we negotiated before, so you can tell me today that somebody was not negotiating in good faith because it's never stopped, right? Donis, you can go back to all these agreement that Mali had signed with these people, they always broke it. Like what Sekou was saying, you can't negotiate with these people. Mali has negotiated. We have a lot of deals put on the table for these people. The latest one was in 2015. They broke it again. The president of my country, whether it was fucked up, he was a negotiator, and they broke it again.
Yeah, but
So you can never, right? You can never listen to me. You can never, you can no. You said there are certain people. No. But let me finish.
Okay.
So you contradict yourself. So you talk as if we never negotiated with these people. We had multiple deals on the table that we agree on. That didn't mean we like them, but we made some concessions to these people so we can live together. They broke it all the time. So, we're not gonna continue. Listen, you saying that we gotta deal with it. We gotta negotiate what, CD? Negotiate what?
Let me explain that part to you. Do you know?
No. Let me land. You keep going back like to Musa Traore.
I gotta explain that part to you. Why the negotiation failed? Let me tell you that. Again.
Okay, so don't lie. Please don't lie. Please.
When this guy Alpha Umar Kunare became president, he made one of the Tuareg guy ambassador in Saudi Arabia. He called Gali. He's the head of Al Qaeda. Right? He went and re-established connection with these terrorists. There where this whole thing started. But this thing has started a long time. But the biggest mistake was when this guy went to Saudi Arabia as ambassador.
Why did he
reconnected and started the whole war, right? But again, this is three different groups. This is not only the Tuareg group. There are other black Malians are involved in this.
No. See, right. You see that again? You see how you lie again.
Amadou Kufa is not a black Malian.
He was disowned, so he don't come from us. Tell me another one. Give me another name. Besides Kufa, give me another name.
Okay, that's what I'm telling you.
Kufa. All right. When was the last time did you see Kufa?
When was
the last time you see Musa Kufa? Speak on anything. When was the last time?
Amadou Kufa. I didn't say Musa Kufa. I said
Amadou Kufa
is a black
When
Malian.
was the last time did you hear from him?
I don't have to hear from him.
And then you brought it. You the one who brought his name. So trying to make a point that is pointless. Tell me. So do you know Aga Gamu? Do you know Gamu?
Yeah.
Who's Gamu? Gamu come from what tribe?
I don't have to know his tribe, but I know.
No, you say you are an expert. You are an expert on Mali, right? Let me ask you a question. No. You are an expert on Mali, right? We are discussing the only city that where we feel like we still having problems is Kidal, right? So you don't know Gamu. You don't even know Gamu is a Tuareg. He's the governor of Kidal. He's a Tuareg. You know what happened between him and the Mali government? They made a deal. They agreed on peace. And he came back and they... No. You say you don't know.
No, but it's not important right now.
No, it is important. He's the governor of Kidal.
What is the importance of that?
No. It is important because he's a Tuareg, right? So he's a Tuareg that love Mali. And he fight for Mali, right? So those people that you're talking about, they don't love Mali. They don't care for Mali. Whether you sign a good deal in good faith, they will still kill your people until they get the presidency and rule over you.
I don't think if they want presidency, I don't think if they have a military objective.
Oh my goodness! You know why they did that to Sadio Kamara?
No, the reason I'm telling
you know why they did that to Sadio Kamara. So do you know why they did that to Sadio Kamara?
Because St. James, they don't control any part of Mali. They just come and hit and run and loot people resources and run away.
Because why? So why they do that? Why are they using that? Why are they using that tactic?
Because they cannot rule. These people cannot.
No. I'm asking you, why are they able to use that tactic? Why?
Because they are just
you have an idea?
Bandages.
No. Because when you do that, when you do that, somebody is giving you a safe haven to fall back to. You see what I'm saying? That's why they're doing it. So when you're talking about regional, right?
Okay,
that's what we need to worry about. Those people, those countries who are aiding and abetting these terrorists. Once we secure those areas, Mali will be able to stand.
Okay, have you seen any kind of
you better explain it. They hit and run. They cannot hit and run and remain in Mali. You know that.
But
I hope you're smart. You understand. They hit and run somewhere. That's why your president don't want to talk about it because Algeria is too big for your country. You
But
don't want to address it.
what
So
I'm saying is
I
that
get it.
this is not. I'm not a complaining country right now. Mali is very important to me. But my question
No, it
is,
doesn't sound
these
like a
people,
you.
every part of Mali they attack. They don't sustain any place. They hit and run, so they don't have any kind of military
They did it
objective.
before.
They
They
only
did it
out there for
before.
destruction,
They've been
right?
doing that before,
Last
though.
time when they did that, right? Last time when they did that and the French helped, they stayed. They stayed in Kidal. They stayed in also many city in Mali. You see what I'm
For
saying?
all these
They did it
years, these guys
last
been
time
fighting. They
again.
don't even control a
So what you say
village.
is false. Last time when they hit, they stayed.
But
You know, they
I'm
stayed
telling
for
you, okay.
almost a decade,
I'm
and the
comparing
French
it
were
with
allowing that.
others. I'm comparing it with other war. When people have a military objective, they hit, they establish their base, they advance, right? They gain ground.
When
But
they
these
hit and
terrorists
run,
not
right?
doing that.
It's two
They are
things.
not out
When
for
you see
leadership.
when they hit and there is no resistance, they stay. See, you don't understand that.
But
So
you're
the
not getting me
idea of
clear.
hitting and running is because they're facing resistance. That's why they're running.
Okay. Let me give you the comparison. Let me give you the example, right?
Man, you don't make no sense at all,
No,
bro.
let me make an example. Like Africa's
You're
war,
here
right?
just
Africa's
talking.
civil war.
You don't even know what you're talking about, man. Seriously, you wasting my time. Why somebody want to take over your country and hit and run? If you ain't facing nothing, you just gonna stay there and loot. That's what they did in Kidal. That's what they did in other places. When they hit and there was no resistance, they stayed for over a decade. And you're here talking about you're gonna explain something to me. I know the region.
You're not understanding my point. All of these time, you're
Man,
not understanding my point.
I don't even know what your point is
People.
about.
First of all, when people have a military objective, they will have a spokesman. They have a well leadership. They will say, "This is the reason why we're there for." But these guys not giving any reason why they fight in this war. They only come, they
They don't
loot,
tell you until
they
they
kill
take over a
people, and they run
place.
away.
They don't tell you that until they take over a place. See?
Where? How? What
They
kind of
took over.
military
They took
operation
over
y'all seen that?
when they took over northern Mali. Right? Was there not a leadership there
Are
that
they
was
still there now?
established?
Are they
Huh?
there? Are they still controlling the
Be-
place?
Mali took over.
But that's what I'm saying. These guys don't have no military
Man,
objective.
dude, man. It means. Do you understand what he's saying?
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not making no sense because it's like if you compare from what happened back in 2012 to now, when they used to go across from Niger and then go to Mali, they would go shoot at the troops. They run. They can't cross. Why do you think the G5 Sahel was for?
Okay,
That thing
let me
freaking
give you
failed.
the Masake. If let us say if the example of Liberian Civil War, right? If rebel attack, they will establish their base, they will capture that town, they will have the town under their control, they will establish leadership as they advancing, they capturing certain part of the country. These guys don't have that objective.
So who? So
How do you
wait.
guys
So you
want me
trying to?
to
So
explain this to you?
hold on. So you're trying to tell me they don't have that objective? Do you see what's happening in Burkina Faso? Do you see how much territory they got back?
But I don't know why you not.
Honest, you
Danis,
let this guy
can you
contradict
explain what I'm
himself
saying to
every
Like
you
time he
guys?
talk on the Sahel.
you're not
He,
making
he
no
talk,
sense.
you guys are the one who told us that Burkina was taken by over 60%. And he's over here telling me these people don't want land, they hit and run. Honest, come on, can you help us, man? Help us with this guy, bro.
Yeah, you're not making no sense.
God, let me pass the mic to Econ. Go ahead, Econ. Econ, you gotta unmute yourself. Econ.
What's going on, my people? 1 second, 1 second. Yeah, CD, chill out. We need to talk about what's going on, man. I think that the Sahel is planning to take back. They should plan it fast to take back this Kidal. And I think that they're not fighting a color war. That's their problem in the Sahel right now. They're not fighting a color war, and that's what's going on. If they fight a hair war, like you go against straight hair people and light skin Arab people, they will hit the target. Because what's confusing them is they keep this non-prejudice behavior as black people when the others are prejudiced. Because what's happening is the light-skinned Arabs are trying to take parts of Mali, just like Sudan. What happened in South Sudan with South Sudan and Sudan is the black people had all of Sudan. They had all of Sudan, even before cameras. They had all of Sudan. So when you see the Arabs separate Sudan now, that was a process that was going on for over 100 years. You feel me? Where the Egyptians took a small part of the north and was kidnapping their way down south. And that's the war we came to see in our age. You feel me? Where Sudan got split. So it's the same thing with these Azawad dog shit people. They want to split Mali. And it's not, to me, it's France wants that area. You feel me? Azawad. It's not really those people. It's France wants it. You feel me? Because even when Malians couldn't go there, the French could go there. So it wasn't the terrorist area. It was still the French areas. They was the ones who was protecting those terrorists for all these years. And first of all, they're the ones who destabilized Mali in before 2012. That Mali was tricked to say, okay, we are very unstable. Come and help us. You feel me? And that's how Operation Barkhane was born. You feel me? Because it's a trick. White people, they light the fire, hide in the bush, and then come out and put it out for heroship. You feel me? So now they become heroes. So that's how white people do it. Right now that's how they're doing in Mali. They're trying to tarnish the name online and make it unstable so they can swoop in as the heroes. So but I think that Mali them should decide that, listen, all these presumptuous foreigners, they should start calling all straight hair people foreigners. You feel me? All light skin straight hair people, they should call them foreigners, and they should go after all of them. And you even if you light, you have to still bow for your life. And that's what's going on. They're trying to sieve. They're trying to stick their hands into a bag of snakes to find the good ones. And that's my point.
Sure. I'm going to
Before,
address something. I'm going to address
oh, go ahead.
something before, if there is anybody new here. I didn't catch the name of the other speaker that said AES is not serious about their federation. I know sometimes it can be frustrating to move towards the same objective, but I think the word not serious is not. I mean, come on. I'm frustrated too over certain things, but if you're saying we're not serious, that I don't agree with that. You see what I'm saying? So the very first objective of this alliance is to fight for help one another, and we are doing that. Everything else, yeah, it's taking time, and people are get tired of time, but we are serious about this. You understand? But look at what we're up against. Look at what we're up against. Sometimes these alliances get built in times of peace. We are fighting while we're doing this. There's a lot of displaced people from Mali and Burkina Faso, back from Burkina to Mali, Niger to Mali, Mali to Niger. There's a lot going on, and when we are trying to do this, not being serious, I don't think so. I think that, we are facing a lot of obstacles and they're still moving forward with the agenda, so let's give it a time for them to, to hope this war can end and we can move to other things.
Well, I
I'm,
think the peace process on the table will help a lot. With the situation right now is spreading like a wildfire, and I don't see any means of containing it right now.
explain.
The
I
peace
want
process
you,
have to be continued.
City. I want you to
I'm
explain
not.
to
We
me.
all praying that these things, because war is very easy to start, but it's very difficult to end. So that's what I said. The war that is going on in Mali, yeah, the Tuareg are separate group, but they have two other separate group, and then now they almost forming alliance against Malian forces. And also
So,
they getting caught.
City.
Let me finish.
Are
Then
you?
I will leave. Then you can give your view.
Yeah, man,
So
leave real
and
quick,
also
man.
the villagers. Now they're
Right.
telling the villagers that, well, if you want to be spelled, you got to be part of us. So we're not taking your sheep and your goat and your cow. That make the war even more complicated right now. So I would at the same time, I would have peace process going on. At the same time, you fighting them. But this is a long war. This is a very expensive war. And
CD, you sound like
Did
Russia
you?
is
CD.
in it.
You
Russia
sound
is
like
in
the
it for
leader. You
benefit.
sound like the leader of Boko
The
Haram.
French are there to loot the country. We know that very well. French are supporting these
CD,
guys,
CD.
but
You
at the same
sound. You
time, you
saying.
can't trust
You
the Russian.
saying. You
City.
saying word for word. You saying word for word what the Boko Haram leader says.
So,
But
City. So I got a question for you.
You're
Okay. So
suspicious.
let's take your word, right?
mhm.
Nigeria does negotiations, right? How is Nigeria doing with the negotiations
Well,
with those
these are
terrorists?
Nigeria's situation is completely different. These are two different
How?
situations that you're
How is
How?
saying
it?
right now.
You see how?
Hold on,
You
City,
see?
City,
You see
City.
the double standard of this Negro.
Let me respond to you. Do you know how many terrorists in Nigeria?
Well,
Can
that's
you
what
take
I'm
a
telling
guess?
you.
No. I'm gonna ask you a question. No. Let me ask you a question. Do you know how many terrorists in Nigeria? Do you
Nigeria,
know how
first of
many?
all, they don't even know what they're doing. They
I'm
have
so
no
no.
idea
I'm
what they're
asking you.
doing.
No. I'm asking you a
So
question. I'm asking you
Sir,
a question. Do you know how many terrorists in Nigeria?
I
I'm
swear CD is here to distract us.
Okay, so
Serious.
all
look,
right. Okay, I will
hold on.
go out there. You guys
Hold
can
on. So
continue your
hold on,
conversation.
hold on,
I'm
hold
a
on.
good
Let me
night to
ask
you
you.
guys. This is
Let
my
me
Alone,
opinion.
man,
let
is
me
the
let
problem.
me let
I'm
me let me.
sorry for being here, and I think you
No,
guys
no,
should
no, 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 no,
continue
no,
your
no,
All
no,
right,
no.
let me
You
conversation.
say
see,
No,
one
you
I'm
thing.
see,
gone.
Yeah,
Hold
No,
on, City, don't run. City, don't run.
but why are
Let
you
me.
because it
talking
seems to
about
be
Why you
you
run?
don't want to
negotiation?
hear my opinion. You think that I'm a
Listen,
separate
you can have
person.
Yeah,
We
but
no.
all
we
gonna
not
City,
going to
reach it.
man
negotiate
say,
with
We
no
all trying to
man,
find
terrorists.
solution to it.
You can.
But
City, you
man
if
can
shake,
have your
man shake.
I'm
opinion.
giving my
That's not a
opinion and
My bro,
solution.
my bro, my
You
bro,
can.
that's not making some of you guys
my
feel
bro.
good, then let me just leave and
No, no, no. You don't have to
you're on the
leave,
same
but you
But
page.
have to.
But
you
No, no,
can
listen to
just
no,
what
no,
I
no,
gotta
no. When
you
say.
you,
can you
Listen
can
to what I
stay,
got.
but just stop talking.
no, no,
No,
no,
no, but
I,
Listen.
why you don't want
I
me
want
to
to say
talk? That's
something.
what I
no, no,
said.
no.
Master Che.
You
Nobody's
can talk.
against your option. But let me tell you something.
No, it's not gonna
When you,
work.
no, no, no. When you gave your options, right, that we need to negotiate, right, and we
Right.
counter that. That's also our position. So you need to respect that. So the only person
Yeah.
that's not respecting it is you getting in your emotion trying to leave. Nobody's
No,
leaving.
no,
I
no,
don't.
no, no.
I'm
Because
just
I
disagreeing. No, no,
said
no. I'm just no, no, no. Let me finish. Let me finish. I'm
okay.
just disagreeing with you that we had a lot of deals throughout the years, and somebody
Yeah.
broke the deal, and that was in Mali. So we're on the
Yeah.
right path. We're on the right path. This time
Yeah.
we are going to do it a little different, right? So for you, right? You are sorry for us, right? And we are
No,
now sorry for our. Well, no, no, no.
I'm
Let me
part
tell.
of
No, no. Let
this.
me let me
I'm a
let
part
me
of
finish.
it.
No, no, no. I get it. No, no, no.
No,
But
but
I'm
how
from the
can you?
we
No, no.
are
Massa
Let me
tribe.
asking
I'm
you
from the
finish
Massa
to
though.
Musa
Now
tribe.
let me finish.
I'm
Now let me
part of
finish
this
though.
group. Yeah.
Let me
we are
finish though.
asking you to
No, no. Let
stop
me finish
telling us
though.
about
Right,
Okay.
right.
no
CD.
negotiation.
Mhm.
So see,
Stop
if you're
doing
West
that.
African, right? If you're West African, you
Not
have the
only be
Sahelian
West
blood.
African. I'm from
No, no,
Massa
no.
Musa
If you're
tribe.
no, no,
Yeah.
no, that's fine. If you're a
Okay.
tribe, you are the Sahelian blood in you, right?
Yeah.
How you gonna sit on here and tell me while I'm fighting, you pulling my pen down for the other person? How is that working for you?
Yeah, that's what he doing.
Oh no
That's
no
what
no
he
no
doing.
no. Did I
No,
put? Okay.
That's
So
what he
this
doing.
is
are
this
you
is
why
Eugene.
are you feeling sorry for me? I
Every
didn't
day
tap
they
out.
come do
I didn't
that.
tap
Every
out.
day he
No,
does
no, no.
that.
Listen. It's like us fighting, right? We have a referee. I don't tap out, but you want me to get out. How is that working?
Yeah.
No. Sinjay,
Hold
you're
on.
not getting. You're not
Hold
understand.
on.
I'm not
It's
putting
just
Burkina
round
Faso down.
one.
I'm not
It's
putting
round
Mali
one,
down
and he's
at
throwing in
all.
the towel.
It's
No,
only
listen.
time for me, and I don't
Right.
want you to feel sorry for me.
No,
I keep
if
telling you,
listen.
for the Sahel. Listen, the Sahel already made a
Yeah,
point, right?
yeah,
Respect our position. When you come on here, right?
yeah. We're
Respect
not
our position.
negotiating.
No, we are not doing any of that.
No.
So if you
No,
guys
but
want
I'm
to,
part of
if
the
no, no, no,
Sahel. Why would you want
listen.
to exclude me if I'm getting my
No, 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 no,
opinion?
no, 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 no. I don't even know if you are from the Sahel. I don't even know that
Saint
right now.
James, Saint James. Let me
Nobody,
ask him one
nobody,
question. Saint James, let
nobody.
me ask him one question. Let me ask him one question, Saint
Okay.
James. CD, do you
Yeah.
know the meaning of la patrice l'amour?
La Patrice d'Amour.
La patrice ou l'amour? You know
He
the
seems to
meaning
know
of that?
Burkina Faso. He doesn't even know. I can't fire from Jamaica. He knows it. You see that? You don't know. You don't even know the Sahel.
It does. I don't even want to answer that because the question that he gave me is so disrespectful that he telling me that.
No, no,
You
no.
know.
This was reading by the most important, one of the most important person that we cherish until today.
Thomas
And he's
Sankara.
asking you
So
that.
he want to tell me about
I gave you a
what he's
hint.
saying
I
right now.
gave
I
you a
don't know.
hint, man.
So it would be disrespectful for me to tell him the meaning of that, right? So I don't want to
Saint
go that
James,
far. I
Saint
don't want to
James,
go that far.
He
But
just
what I'm
Saint
asked you
telling
a
James.
you,
question.
Hold
is
on, I'm
we
saying
all
something
should
to
come.
Saint James.
We all should come here
CD,
and give our own opinion and see how
CD.
can we
No,
find
I'm
no, you
saying
don't have
something
to.
to
You don't have
a
to run.
solution
You
to
don't
it.
have to run though.
Hold on, CD. Hold on for a minute, CD. I'm saying something to Saint James. Saint James, he is oblivious to the positive aspect of the Sahel. He only knows the negative.
He knows the
No,
old
no,
way.
no, no. Come on. Why would you say that? That's not good. That's not a nice
Because
thing
you
to
don't
say.
know what I've said. You don't even know what I've said. You don't know what we said. You have no idea. And it's something simple. It's something every one of us should know. It means homeland or death. We shall win. That's what it means.
Do you think
That
when you
means,
tell me
hold
the
on,
meaning of that, that's what I'm just laughing right now because I don't have
that
to
means
go. I
no
don't even have to say the meaning of
negotiation.
that word. I don't have to
But
say the meaning of that
it
word.
means
It's
no
not important.
negotiation. But it means no
No nego.
negotiation.
I
That's
mean,
what it
like
means.
City, but City. I'm just trying to City. I'm trying to
If
understand
you
you,
if
right?
you if you tell me the word Thomas Sankara and you tell me that I don't know the meaning of that, then that's disrespectful, man. I don't have to answer that to you, please.
It's
He
cool,
didn't
That's not
man.
ask.
We
He
don't
just
have
important.
literally
to.
asked you like Patrick de Lamont. He just asked you what it mean. But I mean,
Yeah,
like
we don't have
City.
to.
I just want to ask you a question, right?
Masacha, you telling me
Have
la
you?
more? I
Hold
don't
on.
know the meaning of la more, la paix. I don't know the meaning of that. You telling
No,
me what this guy tell me that I
let's
don't know?
move on. Man.
That's
Let's move on, bro.
disrespectful. But
No, let's
again,
move
I
on.
don't have to
Listen to
go
what.
into that.
Now
Listen to
let's
what I'm.
move on.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not too sure if you watch the speeches, but let me just give you a rundown, right? IB said in his address, whatever he said, either the terrorists will just get out the damn country or you die. Mali said that we're not giving up, whatever, we're fighting for our sovereignty. Nigeria said the same thing. So if all these three people are saying that, hey, we're going to fight to the death, what makes you think that just having negotiations is going to be the end of it? Because they keep breaking deals. I'll give you a prime example in Benin, for example. Right? Hold on,
Masacha, yeah.
hold on. I'll give you an example in Benin, right? Patrice Talon, he had a little agreement with JNIM, right? And he paid them not to attack. But guess what? He tried to pay him again. They said no, and they attacked him anyway. Ivory Coast, the same thing. The reason why it hasn't spread in the Ivory Coast is because Watava's regime is paying JNIM over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
we are the prime. We are the latest prime example of paying people,
So
right?
so so
When
Okay,
here's
when
the
I
when
can.
Blaise
What I was trying
restructuring.
to
Compaore, when
say.
let me tell you a story, CD, and you know the story.
Let me tell you,
No,
I
no, no,
can
no.
let me tell you the
Okay,
French word that
okay,
you were telling me. Moi, je parle bien français.
okay. You
Très
don't
bon
speak French,
français
bro.
même.
No, you don't speak French, bro.
Français, c'est une
No.
langue un peu
Ooh,
facile pour moi. Un peu.
no, 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 no,
Moi, je
no, no,
parle
no.
bon français.
No, 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 it's
But
whack.
I'm telling you that right now. So
Your
don't come
French is
here with
very
the
whack.
French word and tell me French word. I don't
Your
speak
French is
French.
very whack, bro. It's very whack.
You
You're
are
not
Why would you
trying.
and
say
you are
CJ? You have to
and
say
you
that.
are hold
Okay,
on, CD. Hold on,
let's
CD. You are actually very childish. I thought you was a man more than this. You feel me? You succumb to a small little criticism like that? Chill
No.
out,
I'm just
man.
telling you. I didn't want to answer that to you because I feel
You're
like that's
too loud.
disrespectful
You're
to
too
me. That
loud on the
national hero,
channel.
the Thomas
You're
Sankara, when he quote
distracting
Thomas
us.
Sankara, I don't
You're
know.
too
So
loud
that
on the channel.
okay,
You're distracting us. We can't move on from the
okay. Let's go
conversation,
back to
man.
the topic. Let's go back to the topic.
You see me?
Masache, as you said,
CD. Okay.
when people fighting war, Masache,
Okay.
no matter
Okay.
how difficult the war
Okay.
situation is,
Okay.
people will always tell you say they are winning.
Talk to Master Che in your native
Okay.
language for 1 second.
Okay,
Okay.
I don't know if
Malika.
Daniels accept that or not.
Okay,
Okay,
hold
No,
on.
you
Okay,
spoke in
city,
French, right?
okay,
city,
okay, Masache,
Malika.
you throw malo na you money account man yeah.
Ni coming.
Oh, you see, this guy can't even speak it.
No.
Oh, so
Let-
ni Malika mena. Ni
Now you
Malika
just
mena.
no, your
Ni
Madingo is
Malika
confused.
pola.
Okay,
Okay. Let me talk to CD.
make up
CD.
singing and
So
Bapuni
so
français, man.
CD.
ani kuma.
Siri, ni mika lagalato ya ndabla kwa. Ami
Eh,
katlo ndabla, ami kuma yere fo kwa.
ne
Lagalato
book
ya
na
ndabla de.
Billy. Ne book na Billy. Mboni kia
No,
to the
I think
professor
every na yoro la aka mo bi sara isi ni bo la ibi
Okay,
kuma ibi ni kuma
so
ko wa. What ma kai wa.
ani
Ne
kuma.
book na be yere le. 100% book na be.
Mi bi kuma te. Aka mo bi sara isi no kan negotiate muna. Aka negotiate muna. Iti sabarwa.
Mukni la.
All right, man. I'm sorry, man,
So
guys. I'm
politics
not here to
Malika
offend
pin
anybody.
politics ni
I'm
Malika mena.
100%
Ni
Burkina Faso.
Malika
I'm
pin pola
100%
mukni la.
Malian, but we're just trying to address the issue. This is frustrating, and nobody should take this offended.
So
I'm
man,
in the
in
root
the
of Mali. I'm the
hold
root
on.
of Burkina Faso. These are my country, man.
All
This is
right,
how we do.
PD, calm
Well,
down. Let somebody else's voice speak, man. Oh, man with the Sahel sign, right? I ask you a question, right? What you think about when they said the Russians withdrew from Kidal? I understand that it's because they wanted their wounded out. So some of them got wounded. All right. Listen this now. Right now, who did the Russians call to tell the terrorists cease fire? Did you know who? Do you all know who?
no.
Because the Russians called somebody and told them to call the terrorists and tell them to cease fire. And there was an arrangement made for the withdrawal of the troops. You feel me? From Kidal.
Okay.
Algeria.
No,
Algeria.
Algeria is involved. That's 100%. I know that.
Algeria
100%.
mediated. Algeria mediated, called their terrorist friends and told them leave the Russians alone, because it looked like the message come from higher up, where somebody called Algeria and say, like, listen, if you kill one of these Russians, bros, you done. So they made the Russians leave. You feel me? So Algeria is the main devil, because they want Azawad. They want the oil in Kidal, because I hear oil is in Kidal. You feel me? So what you think about that? What you think
Okay,
about that, man?
I have a question about that though. So the Russians listen to the Algerian to withdraw from withdraw their troop.
Oh, you didn't listen what I was saying?
No, I'm just I didn't get that clear. Why would
I said,
right?
it's like they were surrounded at Kidal, right? They were surrounded, and
The Russians.
yes, and Burkina and Mali troops. So they could have fought their way out, but their wounded would have died. You feel me? So what they did is, I think they called Russia. You feel me? And Russia called Algeria. And Russia don't have to threaten Algeria. So they just tell them, listen,
tell your boys to cease fire, and our troops will withdraw from Kidal. You feel me? And that's
Okay.
how the Russians and the Mali troops left Kidal. That's how it happened. You feel me? So what I'm trying to tell you is the big boy in the whole thing is Algeria.
No,
And
no, Algeria is
Algeria is doing,
involved.
and they
Yeah,
mad because
definitely.
of they mad because of Western Sahara. You feel me? But I think that Mali, right? I think that that's why I say Mali should start fighting a color war. I think that Mali should annex. Hold on. I think that Mali needs a port. They should annex Mauritania. If we make 3 million people, we should invade Mauritania and take Mauritania and call it a province of Mali. You feel me? And because now that's the reason, because of course they should strengthen themselves more, because they have to fight Algeria at the same time. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But to me, they are already getting invaded.
Hey,
They're
let me
already
read
getting
some super chats real quick. Hex GP, thank you for $2 holla. CD is a contrarian as the women I used to date. Mustafa, thank you for $2 holla. CD act like you know everything. Just Google.
Oh my God, Sahel. I mean, I don't know why people think I'm enemy of Sahel. I'm from the Sahel, bro. You shouldn't act like that, man. I would just trying to
you
give our
need to
opinion and see how
you
can we
need
find
to
solution to it. That doesn't
you
mean I'm
need
against
to
the Sahel.
hold on.
So
Before you start giving advice, you need to study what Pan-Africanism and Black consciousness is, be that, and then you will have the right perspective. But because you are distant from this view, that's why you have a contrary attitude.
no, I'm Pan-African, of course, 100%.
So,
I
so let
am.
me. I want to ask you a
I'm a
question.
big fan of Thomas Sankara. I'm big
But
fan of
no, but
Ibrahim
you
Traore.
you
So
pro establishment. Wait, you pro establishment.
like what? Like where?
You are anti Sahel
No,
individual in terms
no,
of
I'm not. You can see that. Yeah.
hold on, in terms of you are anti coup, and you target the Sahel for being coup leaders, but you have never spoken out against Paul Biya. You feel me? And you have never spoken about Alassane Ouattara. You've
Well,
never
no. I've
outwardly
spoken.
spoke
No. St.
against
James
these
will tell you
people.
that. I said it here several times. Alassane Ouattara is a dictator. Laurent Gbagbo is supposed to be president of Ivory Coast long time. Why? The French
You
people
don't
came.
say
The
your
French people
leader.
came. They flushed him out, and Alassane Ouattara is in power now for the fourth term. As I've said that over and over and over. I'm dying. But my problem with Mali is when Ibeka was in power, right? When Ibeka was there, he actually he was fighting the terrorists, to be frank
Yeah.
with you, right?
Okay.
And at the same time, Asim Kota and all these guys were fighting on the war front. And
Okay.
my issue is, I don't know if there was any reason for them to come and overthrow this guy. And even this is
Mm-hmm.
the reason why CDAO imposed sanction on Mali, because they said this guy was elected legitimately. They have no reason of coming and overthrow him. So when they
So
overthrow
you're saying,
him,
wait.
let me
So
finish.
hold on.
When they
Okay.
overthrow him, at that time the guy from Guinea, Alpha Conde,
Who
he was the
sanctioned who you said what is who?
ECOWAS put sanction on Mali
Okay.
because
All
of the
right.
guy that was in Guinea at that time, Alpha Conde. I think he was the president of CDAO. He
Yeah.
imposed president that
Yeah.
they should bring Alpha Ibeka back. Ibeka was about to go back to leadership, but he said, no, I don't want it. If these guys are overthrow me, let it try it, right? But since then, it seems to be there was no reason why they overthrew this guy, and everything just been
Okay.
going
All
down the
right.
hill.
Just hold on now. All right.
So
Right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Okay. So the dog shit called ECOWAS that has been frustrating and hibernating terrorists in their regions.
no, I don't believe that. This guy can't
Wait,
hold.
let me
No.
speak. Let me
No, that's
finish.
not
Let
true.
me finish. Let me finish. Let me goddamn finish. Don't tell me nothing. Terrorism have been hibernating since the 90s in all of West Africa, especially the Sahel. And what you call it, ECOWAS, all their business was money at the borders. That's all they cared about. So let me just talk. You feel me? So now you're saying that the dog shit called ECOWAS and their white dog shit friends was in partnership and okay with the dog shit president that Assimi Goïta overthrew. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you're saying, so did you hear our hero, one of our hero, I think is Michelle from Mozambique? He said, listen, if any time any one of the oppressor like me, know that I sold you out. You hear? So when dog shit ECOWAS that only that terrorize our peoples at the goddamn borders, you feel me? When them don't like Assimi Goïta, he's doing a good thing. Because they're the oppressors of West Africa. ECOWAS. You heard?
I'm not saying what they did was wrong, but I'm just saying why the situation deteriorated to this level when the civilian government was in power. It did not reach to this level.
Because
Yeah,
the
because
guy was
civilian.
paying
Because hold on.
JNIM. He was
That's
paying
my
him.
Yeah,
point.
hold on. Mike,
We're
hold
gonna go
on.
back to
Wait.
I
this
mean,
again.
let's Jim speak.
One more
I just
second.
want to know the reason why. I'm
One
not
more
saying it
second,
was a
CD.
bad idea. Right.
CD. Did you
Right.
know that Nigerian government is from top to bottom a terrorist government? Did you know that?
No, I can't. I don't have proof of that. I don't have no proof of
Of
that. So I
course,
can say that's
the
true.
vice
I can't.
president and the vice president and the goddamn minister of education, minister of the military minister of defense.
That's
Both
not
of them
possible.
are terrorists.
I don't believe that. That's not. That
Both of
can't.
them
That
are
can't be.
terrorist leaders.
Can
Both of them are terrorist leaders.
let me
In
I
what
want to
sense,
say
though?
something. I
In
want
what
to
Hey,
say
sense?
Dad,
something.
hold on, guys. The view and thoughts of Econ are not the views and opinions
True
of
that.
people who are
True that. True that.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm gonna
CD.
address. Can I address
CD.
Donis and CD?
How many terrorists have been what you'd call merged into the? Do you know of the amount of terrorists have been merged into the army of Nigeria? Do you know of that? And
That's
if
not.
that is the
We don't
case,
have
hold
proof
on.
of
they
And
that.
have
if
a
Econ, we
a
don't.
reintegration program,
yes,
not
yes,
necessarily to
of course.
not allegedly not into the military, but just into society as a whole.
That was the part. That was
Yes.
part of the deal. That's why
So
Gamu, the governor of Kidal, right? He was part of that deal because he was fighting. At some point, he fought against Mali. So at some point, when they brokered those deals, Gamu went to the Malian forces. That's why today he became the governor of Kidal because of those deals. So see, we do have deals, right? But those others that we are talking about, they don't concern themselves with those kind of deals. They want resources and they want to kill your people and they want to rule over your people. That's the plan. And let me address Donnie. Last time you said when you went to Mali, right? Mali was peaceful, right? Let me tell you what France did. They told Mali, right? Since they created that situation, they told Mali these terrorists are coming over and they will take it, they will overrun your army, and there is nothing you can do, right? The force, when you're a civilian government and you are an ass kisser, That's what they usually tell you. And the Mali prime minister at that time ran to France and told them, so since you guys are telling us we can't fight them, can you guys help us with air support? At that time, the president of France told them, you know what? He came with a request, right? We just needed air support. So they took that and they rephrased it, boots on the ground. So they brought boots on the ground in Mali. While they were pretending to fight these terrorists, they were brokering deal with certain people. That's why the terrorists were able to take Kidal, take all the northern cities. At that time, right, the civilian president knew there was a deal. Reason why? These guys stopped fighting. So you went to Mali at that time. There was no fight because there was a deal. So the Malian soldiers have seen the deal and they understood that part of the plan, the French plan, was to install these people. And they went to the civilian president and told them, what's going on? We are fighting on the ground and you guys are allowing these people to move around. What's the problem? The president can't answer. He got overthrown. That was what happened.
Yeah,
So the civilian president, what happened last weekend, if there was a civilian president, you know what the deal was going to be? Pressure from the international community. The same thing CD is talking about, that was going to be the same deal. The international community was going to put pressure on the civilian president and tell him, you know what? We can't let this situation get worsened. Therefore, you're going to have to sign a deal, knowing part of the deal will benefit them. You understand? With this military president, they understood that. That's why they said, no deal this time. No deal. Zero deal. That's what is frustrating them. They don't care about Mali. They don't care about this terrorists fighting Mali. As long as there is a deal, the French will come through the back door and reap the benefit of the deal. They don't care about these fighters. They don't. They just want the deal to come back.
Since I have one more question. I don't want you guys to be offended, but this guy they call Abbas Dambili that's in prison right now. He was fighting for Mali, and they accused him of coup d'etat, right? And he has two of his kids fighting for Malian government right now. Do you think that coup was really a real coup, or it was just a fake coup to arrest this guy?
What usually happened? What usually I responded to you, right? You remember the time when Traore was looking to bring back our former president? Everybody thought, there was no coup, there was nothing. So come to find out, the Togolese themselves were doing their own investigation. That's why they turned him in. So for Africans, right, at what point we're going to agree to evidence? At what point we're going to agree to that? Dembele was fighting. Dembele was well-known in the army. I talked to you about that yesterday, right? Dembele was a known fighter. I think Asimi promoted him. I'm not sure, but he promoted him. Most of the guys we arrested.
Yeah.
Right. But why are you going to turn around and arrest your own guy?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Two of his children fighting for Mali right now.
No. But I understand the point you made, right? But so if he didn't get his kid involved, that's his business. Maybe he didn't want his kid to get involved. Maybe he didn't want that.
Okay, well,
there are a lot of militaries in Africa that have the children in fighting in the army, but they don't get the children involved in any of what they're doing. Right. There are a lot of military guys. There are a lot of militaries in my country who are in jail. But the kid, the cousin, they work in the army. That didn't mean we don't trust them. We can't trust them.
And the lady they also arrest, she was the only lady general. She
you see that lady? Do you think Assimi is going to arrest a female soldier?
People feel that they arrested her because it was somehow popular and it was a threat to the leadership.
No, but City, you are aware that she has a twin sister, right? And she's still in the army.
I know her twin sister. Yeah, they are all married. She's a general. She was a general.
Okay, so what are you?
I don't know if she's still alive.
So what are you saying about her? I mean, are you aware that when she got called to the office, when she was called, she deleted all her messages and videos and stuff on her phone, and was able to retrieve that?
No, but that's the side of the government story. And
but CD, when the situation quiet down, that's what we want, right? Even for the former president in my country, I'm hearing people talk, right? And even within my country, that there is a vendetta against the guy, right? That's why they're gonna pay for the best lawyer he can get, right? So the evidence will come out. It will defend him. We're not gonna dress a kangaroo court against the guy. We're not going to do that. So when it comes to Dembele, based on what he put in for the country, we're gonna give him like a decent court date. Give him the lawyer so he can defend himself based on the evidence, and we will see.
Okay.
If it's not guilty, then yeah, fine. We're not gonna let what we're not gonna do, right? I agree with you, right? This is the military regime, right? What we're not gonna let them do is to prosecute an
Right.
innocent guy. We're not gonna let that happen. We're gonna pretend everything is, if he's not guilty, he's not guilty. If he's guilty, he's guilty. So we're not gonna throw somebody in jail because, like you said, because they're jealous. Nah, come on, we're not gonna do that.
Okay, but how about
That day's gonna happen. That
the
day's gonna
former
come.
defense minister for Ibika? Why they kept me and keep this guy in prison? I mean,
I'm not
that's
sure about. I don't have
no, he
information on that
did.
one. I don't have
Ibika
information on
defense
that one.
minister died in prison, and they were telling him to free this guy, and they kept me. Yeah.
That guy. Okay, you remember? When they asked me, you remember there was a lot of corruption in the army, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of
Yeah.
they were given money to order some equipment, right? And they did an audit, and they did the audit. There was a lot of money missing. So I think the guy was part of the group that embezzled the money. So they put him in jail. So maybe I think his health got complicated in jail or something. I don't recall, but I think he got arrested because of the corruption in the army.
When he got arrested during the coup d'etat, when they overthrew Ibika, he was a civilian defense minister, and he had some medical situation.
But see, a lot of people in Mali government, prior Mali government, they all run to Ivory Coast, and you know what happened. They were corrupt.
Oh no, I know. There are a
They
lot
were
of them
corrupt.
that invest in Ivory Coast. A
A real military guy doesn't run. You don't run.
Mm-hmm.
You don't run. That's the pledge you make. You don't run. Why did they run?
Well, that's a lot of tension there. I hope it's gonna be okay though. But
No.
the Dambele
But
guy, the way he was a governor, the city that he was a governor for, people was not happy when they arrested him.
but
That's
this is
why
but
that's
this is
why we're gonna give him a fair trial.
right.
Okay, I hope
Because
But
so.
we
like I
know
said,
those kind of people. If you want the country to be at peace, you give them a fair
Exactly.
You give them a fair trial. And we understand that. That's part of the concern. I
Man, can
agree
I
with
say,
you. Thank
Because
you.
he
Go
was
ahead.
a really good
oh,
fighter.
Bang
man,
want to
When
say
he
man,
was in
something.
control, he was a really
man,
good fighter.
man,
Hold
He
on,
fight
Bang.
a
Bang want
lot.
to say something. Bang want to say something. Go ahead,
man,
Bang.
yo, everybody, man, how y'all doing? Come on, man. Let's be honest with ourselves, how the world operates, man. Let's be honest with ourselves, man. See, I have respect for you. You not like Elvis and them other people, but come on, man. Let's be honest with ourselves, man. You keep all you trying to do is figure out ways of why this government are not prosper. You keep digging. You turn this way, you turn this way, you turn that way, you turn that way.
Oh my
People act
God.
like we don't understand how corrupt African politicians are or African elites could be. Come on, man. Like, let's be honest with ourselves, how the world operates, man. Please. America is the king. Then you had the European unions that attach to America, right? They dictate things around the world. You do as I say. That's how the world operates. When you don't do as they want you, they come after you. They fund. Every country has some type of difference, right? Or some crazy people, right? So once you kick out the Westerners, they then support some crazy, a lunatic, and then that crazy lunatic now go after the government, and then the West, with the media platform that they control and everything, they just spread all these things, all this misinformation, and then you have the country into chaos. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves, man. How the world operates. If we're gonna come out here and say all these things, you know what the West are. You know what they do. That's why you speak English. That's why I'm from Sierra Leone. I speak English. That's why people like Burkina Faso, Mali, they speak French. We were conquered. They put these systems to benefit them. That's why the economy for the past 200 years has prospered compared to us. It's a reason why. Come on, man. If you as a leader, you trying to develop your country to empower your people, these people will come after you. That is facts. So it's up to you now how you go about it. It's just like taking power. Taking power is two different things, but how do you maintain it? Because the main issue now, people that used to benefit of the corruption, they're gonna go after you in all type of ways, and you're gonna have jealousy within your government, leadership. That's how people are. So people that used to benefit of corruption, they're gonna want what used to benefit them. So let's not act like, that's not how the world operates, man. Come on now. You see what America does to other countries, man. I mean, Donald Trump is clearly telling us now what we do. People still come up here and act like, oh my God, this and that. And then people trying to bring up ECOWAS, man. Are you kidding me? I mean, if ECOWAS was so serious, like my country, we had the war started in 1989 or something like that. The war finally stopped in 2000, right? So you're gonna tell me a tiny country like mine, ECOWAS, allowed that war to carry on for almost 12 to 13 years. If those people were serious, right? My war in my country should not even last more than 2 years. They could have stopped it instantly. I mean, you understand me, right? So people, man, we live in the Western world. We benefit off these things that they do. But our people back home, 80 to 95% of our people back home, they're suffering. So why are we still, trying to act like we can fix our own country on our own term? But then when we have somebody, we always try to criticize so many ways. Like City kept on going, this and that, go this and that. Are you aware of what Congress is doing right now? Are you aware that they gave $19 billion to Ukraine? They just paid the bill. Also, are you gonna question that? Why are we still giving money to Ukraine then? It's the reason why we're giving money to Ukraine to sustain the American agenda. You understand me, right? So don't. I mean, I don't understand, man. How can we still have Africans that come up here every day just to find ways to talk down on these three countries?
No, we're not talking down on them. We're trying to debate and try to understand. We need to analyze certain things,
You constantly find ways as if you're a medical doctor, you trying to do a surgery. But you understand me, right? Because at the end of the day, you don't believe it. You don't want it to happen. That's why when you don't believe something, you find every type of way to make sure so that you could whatever your mind to fool yourself. Just say it, man. The West is an empire. Do you know what empire does? Once you go against them, they come after you. That's what's going on. West Africa is in civil war. West Africa is in war, like it or not. Look at Nigeria. I mean, the military drop a bomb in the market. Can you imagine that? During the day, in the market. Come on, man. Look at Nigeria. I mean, how can we sit up here every day? We come up here. We still try to find ways to talk bad about these people. Look at our countries, man. Look at my country. We got gold. 99% of it goes to foreigner. 99% of it. My president won't even do nothing. But y'all still come up and try to defend ECOWAS, democracy. Democracy simple means, does it benefit your people? You cannot persuade me and say 99% benefit my people when it goes to foreigners. How is that democracy?
But
You see, that's the problem with some of us, man. That's why we're gonna be in this position for the next 50 years. Because we have old Africans that still don't believe that we could prosper. Asking all these questions as if you're a goddamn detective. Well, do that to the West. Do that to Donald Trump right now. What's going on? Why is Donald Trump still giving money to Ukraine then? Because they have to control the world. That's what America is, man.
bang,
Simple as that.
bang.
Hey
There's
guys,
a lot of hypocrisy.
let me read the super chat. Hex JGP, thank you for $2 holla. Diane is covering his own ass. Respect. Thank you. Go ahead.
What that mean, Diners?
I mean, like I said, the views and opinions of
Yeah, he
Econ
has to,
are
man.
not the views and
Okay.
opinions of In Search of a Who.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he traveled. He's a travel man.
I got a question for. I don't know, Ben. I don't mean to cut you.
Right. You need to
I
be careful what people.
No, I got you. Now, Ben, I don't mean to cut you off. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask CD a question. When was the last time the the Mandinka and the Mosi got together and lost.
No, it never happened. It never happened. These are
Okay, that was
warriors.
so,
Yeah,
okay.
especially
So
the
let's
Mosi. It never happened. Yeah,
let's keep that scorecard, man.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
No,
know,
I
but
know
let's
the
you
history,
know,
man. I know the history. I just sometimes
Saint James,
we need
you know,
to question things. I know the history,
also,
definitely.
right? You know,
Yeah.
also, what you
No,
gotta say this
I
way, right?
I, I want to
I
ask
said
something,
this.
please.
I said it
Please,
before, right?
Hold
man.
on,
Just 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. Now I'm gonna be
Skywalker's
quiet.
on
Just 30
after that.
seconds. Now, I'm gonna be quiet. Just 30 seconds. I said this before, right? Mali, Mali is bigger than Nigeria. So if Mali bigger than Nigeria, so let's just say there's about within the military, right? There's about 2% of Russians personnel, right? So that 2%, are you telling me it's because of the Russians? Like, let's praise our own people what they doing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's 2%
It,
of
it's it,
the Russians.
it's the
But
Malians that saved the
every time people
country.
speak, they want to say, because the Russians, this and that. Like,
Nah,
come on, tell
listen.
me.
It's the army and the
No,
Russian
man,
that
that's something
saved the
else.
country.
No, but the percent of it is very
It's the
tiny.
army. It's the army. Yeah.
Yes,
The
exactly.
pers-
But
the
black
the
people,
major
man, I don't
percent,
know, man.
the
I don't
major
know, man.
victory is to the Malian army. The major
Exactly.
victory.
Black people pray
Yeah.
every Sunday, go to mosque every Friday, and do all type of religious thing. But they don't believe their own people can save them.
But I wanna ask
I hope
something.
when I go to Bamako, they're not going to arrest me though. But I don't think so anyway. So
If
Can I
you
speak, Donnie?
anti listen,
Do I have the floor?
listen. If you anti Sahel, you deserve anything bad.
I'm gonna go get Burkina
You feel
Faso
me?
Hey,
passport.
can I
If
chime
nah,
in?
that's
if
fine.
you
It's not even
That's it.
the way he's
if
talking. I know him. He's
Hey,
not even gonna get close to know Mandinka
yeah,
man and speak like
if
he's not gonna do it.
can
I'm
because
I
telling
chime
you.
in here?
you know
I just
the
want to say,
AES. Hold on, you
can I
know the
chime in?
AES. Hold on, you know
Hold
the
on.
AES is a
Come
hold
on,
on,
bro. I
man.
just got
You
in.
know,
I just got in, bro. Like you guys were going, y'all been going back and forth. Like, come on now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So just two things, guys. Okay. The first thing I want to say is, first of all, my prayers are with Mali, and it's just amazing. It just speaks to the strength and resilience and the persistence of the Malian people to withstand such
hell yeah.
surprise attack. And so my prayers are with Mali, and I hope to just keep bringing it to the terrorist ass. And also rest in peace to Sadio Kamara, great military mind, and one day, the descendants, our descendants, hopefully will one day read books on that great illustrious man. Now,
Hero.
let me say this as well. I took like two things I want to say. First of all, I find it ironic that the terrorists can unite, but Africans can't unite to fight the damn terrorists. That just blows my damn mind. Right, right.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? The fact that these damn terrorists came together and pulled this attack, and we sitting around bickering with each other over a little small bullshit, but they was able to come together, is one of the reasons that it's just one of the great contradictions of the world. Secondly, I want to say this. I want to say that a lot of the, I think when we talk about democracy, even though America is a republic, it's not a democracy per se, right? But I want to say, and this is relevant because it speaks to what really makes a true democracy, and it's not what you really would think it is, in my opinion, right? And like I say, I'm all for African democracies, and like I'm all for what our own interpretation of what a democracy is, right? But I will say this: if Africans are going to invent their own interpretation of a democracy, and we're going to truly try to talk about real freedom for the people, then the people need to have a right to bear arms. If you live in a country where you don't have a right to bear arms, I don't care how nice you be and how much freedom you feel like you enjoy, you are not free. Wait till just let the wrong leader get in power. Let the wrong leader get in power and influence of the military, and you will see whether or not you're free or not. One of the key pillars of liberty is having the right to bear arms, having the right to defend yourself. Toussaint L'Ouverture famously said, who was one of the leaders of the Haitian Revolution, He famously said that this gun is liberty. Hold for certain the day you no longer have it, you will be returned to slavery. So just to kind of give you the idea of the power of a gun and what it really means to have liberty when you have one. And I can let you know right now, when as an African American, and as a member of the tribe of Africans that's the most armed out of all black people on the planet, and it just has a complete culture that revolves around guns. The violence in our community is a small price to pay for the liberty that we would lose if we didn't have them, right? And I'll say all that to say is that if the AES, if they were to arm their citizens, if they were to give their citizens the right to bear arms, I'm not sure if they have it. I think Burkina Faso has something similar to that, kind of trying to train the whole populace so they can fight back against the terrorists. But everywhere, right? Africans need to have the right to bear arms in their countries. That's why their governments are able to do what they do. So it's not even, you can't even really sit around and talk about you got a democracy if the military got weapons and the citizens don't. And I'll end right there.
Oh my God, man. That's not a.
Hold on.
That,
Hold on.
No,
One
we got
second.
a new caller. We got to close out soon. Abdul Kamar, go ahead.
Kamara.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Abdul.
Yes. What I would like to see here is that
oh man,
most of
Fireblaze.
us, yeah, my
Fireblaze,
brother, yeah, brother, this guys prejudice me, man. Don't blaspheme them like that. You understand?
Oh, my bad, though. My bad.
Yeah, bro. This not sign up page, my man. So yeah, let's go. So I want to say everything that you guys have said is wonderful, but we have to understand. We have to look at the bigger page here. This is geopolitical calculation that these guys are doing. What happened in
Mali.
Gaza? I mean, no, Gaza. What happened in Gaza? It wasn't a miscalculation. This was a test. It was a test. They see that the world did not react. They vetoed the whole thing, and they got away with it. And we are so comfortable. So now, don't you think they can do it again and again and again and again?
Yeah, it's a genocide test.
Thank you. That's why I said South Africa is a test case. And everything links. You see the way South Africa is actually linking with
anti-black.
the white T side, right? And then when I look at the people that are going against the white T side is the EFF. And who called for the arrest for the EFF leader?
The whitey.
No. It was right here in the White House. We all saw the video. We all saw what
Donald Trump,
We all heard what he says. And President Ramaphosa seemed like he's dancing to the tune. That's why I said the ANC have sold out, not even just now, but from the beginning. I know we all love Mandela, but I feel like Mandela has miscalculated. That's why when it comes to the leadership of Africa, some of our founding fathers, Mandela will be the least favorite, because most people understand what he did. He went in as a warrior. He came out as a coward. You understand me? I feel like it's a test case in South Africa. When they put the HIV, it wasn't by mistake. Maybe what's going on? It's okay.
You're South African.
So what I'm saying here is I feel like I'm Sierra Leonean. So I'm saying this. I think Africa is being invaded from the north and the south, because when you look at what's going on in Sudan, it's the same thing. The Arabs are invading.
1 second. You know what happened in South Africa in that election? You know when the ANC won, right? Right after the ANC won, they start finding military bases all over South Africa, or secret military bases. This is what was going to happen.
That's why they now take over that area, so that way when black people go there, black people are not allowed.
For it. This what was going to happen.
Allowed to go there. And let me tell you something, brother. I just want to make I just want to land quick, please, and then you can continue, right? And who was also there when they were calling for the arrest of this guy? Elon Mosquito. I don't want to call the name. Elon Mosquito. And he's the one that have built so many robots. You understand me? Over hundreds of thousands of robots. Do you think they are just domestic robots? No.
He's the one. Hold on.
Version.
Hey, wait, 1 more second. He's the one spreading. Wait, 1 second. I'm adding to you. He's the one that's spreading the anti-black hatred online on Twitter among South Africans.
AfriForum. That's why I said some of them have been paid.
No, I'm saying Elon Musk with the goddamn with the Twitter space. He is making the South Africans.
They have a group called AfriForum. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They have a group called
but
AfriForum.
listen, come on, man. Hold on, man. Listen, man. I ain't talking about white people. Those are white people. I'm trying to tell you what's causing the hatred between blacks. I'm trying to tell you that the media is promoting it. The social media.
Yes, they have a social media channel that is sponsored by AfriForum, and this channel, they said it plays continuously hate about Nigerians being criminals, Nigerians being drug lords, 24/7. 24/7
I didn't know that.
Brainwashing. Yeah, brainwashing. They said it's 3 of them in South Africa that does that. In Stami, brainwashing the people until most of them, when they were talking on Twitter, they was, not on TikTok, when they were complaining, they were saying, well, I saw this thing in the radio station saying Nigerians are selling drugs. Most of them, they're just ignorant, but they're following what the channel is saying. I said this to say this, brother. I feel like South Africa, it's high time that you have to put those little complaints aside, because what's coming is bigger than what complaint that you are giving now. We are under attack. That's why I say the Black Winter is here. Ibrahim Traore have talked about the Black Winter. This is the Black Winter that we are seeing. This is the beginning. So buckle up, South Africa. Get out of your feelings and get your hands together with your brothers that look like you and ready for that battle, because you guys have never fought these people before. And it's time for you now to stand up against them. If you miscalculate on this one again, I think you guys will be.
Can I speak after him, Dynasty?
Because the rest of Africa will not allow that to happen. Sorry, man. We're going to send peacekeeping forces down there. We now going to have to step in. It seems like your president and your government are colluded with the corruption that is going on, or whatever takeover or the population scheme that they are trying to go through the World Economic Forum that they speak about in Davos. Whatever scheme that is going on, and you guys are taking bribery, just know that we
let him talk, because I got to pass the mic.
Major events that is taking place, the North and the South, but the South is also concerning. You understand me? Whatever problem you have, whatever issue, complaint you have, just know there is a bigger problem coming. So you better make peace with your brothers very quick. Thank you.
All right, African Social Democratic Movement. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Oh, he's my. All right, go ahead, Skywalker. I got to close out.
That was a spy.
Oh, okay. Skywalker, go ahead. I got to close out. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time. Oh, hold on. He's back. Hold on. Let me. African Social Democratic Movement. Go ahead.
Things to you all.
Man, that's the Obama phone.
Yeah. That's definitely a socialist communist phone. He's calling it on. Go ahead. Democratic Movement.
That's Donald Trump phone.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can you give me like 5 minutes and then I'll talk again? You guys continue.
I can't give you 5 minutes. I'm about to close out.
Oh my God!
Oh, you mean you want me to wait 5 minutes, or you want to talk?
No, wait 5 minutes and then I'll come back. Is this possible?
No, we got to close out. Everyone, thanks so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. But the next time, family, Dynasty Mirror, search for Huru. Peace.